Another edition of Sea Smoke. I'm gonna say Sea Smoke first. Yeah. I like that. I like. Yeah, you right. Hey folks, welcome to another edition of Sea Smoke 5.0 Podcast Talk Radio. I'm your host with the most. We got the Rap Cuss Undisputed subsidiary. It's gonna be going on from now on, So welcome also to another edition of Rap Cuss Undisputed exclusive. Take one. Hey folks, how y'all doing? Welcome to another edition of Sea Smoke 5.0 Talk Radio, Rap Cuss Undisputed exclusives, where the indie hip hop never stops. Okay, we've got a lot of stuff going on for y'all this evening. This 1 hour packed show. We gonna give it to you live and direct like a Kotex. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna mean no harm when I said that, but the show can get a little raunchy sometimes. So I'm just letting you know right about now. Our cover story this evening, hip hop saved my life. Now I know a lot of y'all brothers out there can relate to what I'm going through and what I'm getting ready to go at, where I'm going with this, because a lot of brothers that's in the world of hip hop now, that's still alive, that's here right now, tell their story like I am. It's because a lot of them stay true to the game of hip hop. Let me explain real quick. A lot of people were selling drugs. A lot of people was deep in the game. They saw it got rough. They said, man, it's more easy over there in hip hop. I got a lot of money saved, man. Man, I can go start my own production, and I ain't got to be ducking bullets and dodging police and court cases. A lot of people moved over. A lot of their friends stayed in the game. They no longer with us. God forbid, God bless, A lot of other people had jobs. They hated their job. They saved their money. They stamped and scraped and saved, so they got a lot of money, enough to buy equipment, studio equipment and stuff, because they really had the hip-hop spirit embedded in them. Me, myself, I started with my sister's clothes and play turntable. My sister had a clothes and play turntable, and I had one little raggedy speaker, a big speaker pause button. They called me the pause button king. So I didn't have that many rhymes. I used to listen to Busy Bee and Breakout in them tapes, and I figured that it was cool to bite. I didn't know it wasn't cool to bite. I didn't know that, God forgive me, Then I say them 1, 2, 3, 4 rhymes, and I put the pause button and put the beat down on a little needle on my sister's clothes and play, and I press pause and play, and then I put my mouth to the big speaker and I'll say the rhyme. That's how I started. I never thought that hip hop would take me through a journey, but also put a veil over me, a safety net to protect me from the street. Because I lost a lot of my friends that were doing hip hop also, and they're not here with us no more. And R.I.P. to Educating, Devastating, D. Haran. That was my partner in rhyme. Ike, aka Isaac Murray. Ike You Like. R.I.P. R.I.P. to Richie T. My protege, man. He really looked up to me. He tried to sound like me. He admired me so much as an MC. He changed his name to Richie T. But the guy really admired me, man, and through all the trials and tribulations, I realized that maybe it was a gift from God that hip hop saved my life. Because when I got locked up in 96, I got knocked in 97. And I went up, for a year on the Rikers Island. And there was a lot of MCs up there too. But a lot of them, they wasn't serious, man. You know what I mean? I was serious, because everybody they put in front of me, I rocked them with Eve. I made them Bombay Please. And when I left them chumps, I left them with memories. So wherever they at right now, they ain't never going to forget Mr. Wonderful. That's the name I was using then, And then I came home and, I kept going. I kept going. I started meeting people. A friend of mine got some studio equipment in Staten Island. And I would go out there, you know what I'm saying? And we would make some demos and stuff. But that didn't work out too good because his wife, she got mad at him. She took a sledgehammer. She broke up the beat machine, the SP12, and all of that. So that was, once again, the door opened and the door closed for me. But I kept moving, I really kept moving because I really wanted to do this, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know. I auditioned for the Cold Crush. I got 2 segments on YouTube, about the Cold Crush audition. My man Kenny Pounder, who's known as Almighty KG now. But back then, his name was MC Othello. Way before the KG came in. He took us over there, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know. I wanted to be down with somebody. He said Charlie Chase was having auditions. So I jumped up and I ran over to meet him and Shaquem, and it didn't work out. Once again, it didn't work out. They picked Almighty KG. They said he had a better voice. This is 1978, though, you know. Yeah, 1978. We walked over there. That's how poor we were. We didn't have no money for no OJ. That's when OJ Cavs was starting to get popular. Y'all remember?
Who is it? Brooklyn, Queens?
Yeah, the Bronx.
Oh, the Bronx.
Yeah, 180th Street where the 36 bus goes across. Okay. Charlie chased out a little small studio apartment with big speakers, and he had crates of records. When we got there, it was Easy AD. I didn't really know he was going to be a founding member of the Cold Crush when they changed and moved on and put that group together. And Grandmaster Caz was there, and Cisco from Beach Street. If you remember Beach Street, he was standing on stage and Warren the D was cutting. He always showed me love. God bless him, R.I.P. I heard he passed away. You know, he was there, man. You know, but I only gave you this little brief information because it seems like some of those old heads try to erase people from history. And once again, like I said, my father said, never let a man tell your story. You tell your story because they're not going to tell the story right. You know, Caz, he mentioned, yeah, it was KG and Dynamite T. He didn't mention my man Shaquem. So that's why I had to come behind him as the cleanup man and tell the real story. Okay, so, to make it short, we'll do another part on this because we got to keep moving as we, keep grooving. Yeah, so I'm gonna let y'all know a little bit every time we come on. I'll let you know a little bit more about the dangers and the disappointments and the disrespect I have to take. But in other news, I heard allegedly, this is alleged now, okay? This is alleged. Steve Murder, in the court, the Circuit Court of New Orleans. That's the highest court. The highest court. So I'm saying Master P must have, greased some palms because allegedly they were through with C Murder. They conviction was supposed to stand. The conviction was supposed to stand. He had life in prison. But some new evidence has popped up that wasn't presented to the courts back in those trials, all those trials he kept going through every time he got an appeal. They wasn't giving you the real information that probably could expose his innocence. Mm-hmm. So Master P must have greased somebody's palm because they're going to change the judge, they're going to change the jury, and they're going to move it to another court. So let's keep this in prayers, and our prayers if you're a C Murder fan. I know he was a little rowdy. Everybody a little rowdy. You grew up in the hood. Everybody got a little bit of thug in them. Can you feel me? But
what's his time? Because it's been a while, bro.
Yeah, they had gave him life with no parole. They didn't want him.
Oh, no parole. Yeah,
he wasn't supposed to be able to appeal the case again. Right. But I got some news through the Associated Press that Master P, I ain't saying it's a bad thing what Master P did, but he had to grease some palms, trust me. Because now they're considering listening to his court case from scratch.
Yeah, but my thing is, even if it was a murder case, it's been 20 years.
Right.
20 plus years.
Yeah, and I agree with you. Like, what's the sense of keep fighting and you might lose again? Like,
But he should be getting out on at least appeal or something right now. I mean, I understand the whole life without any kind of parole or nothing, but damn, it's been 27 years. Like, shouldn't he have time served? What's it?
The circuit court said he was guilty. They had enough evidence to say. I'm gonna tell you what messed it up for C Murder, and this is my thesis and my theory. They was at a nightclub one night, and he came in there with about 5 or 6 of his dudes. So I guess the bouncer knew he was strapped. Right. So the bouncer made a comment and told him, "Yo, y'all gotta get up out of here." So all his boys walked out first. I saw C Murder walk out the club. He leaned back in and he fired 2 shots with a 9mm. Right. I think that's what made it bad for him. You understand? Because the disrespect and like the unlawfulness of him just firing wild.
Remember what was homeboy from Brooklyn that did the same shit? Reached back in the club and let off a couple of shots.
Oh, you talking about Shine?
No, not Shine.
Not Shine.
The nigga from Brooklyn.
You talking about that? You talking about that? I forgot his name. That thug dude. He can rhyme though.
Yeah, young dude. But either way, he reached back in the club. It was on video and all that. It was on video, and he got out. You know what I'm saying? He did probably like 13, 15, something like that. He got out. I mean, that's what I'm saying. With C Murder, why he's still after 20 years?
New Orleans is a racist state, brother.
I mean, life without any kind of getting out, period.
Right. They made every time he went to trial to get his appeal, they always came back to the same rock in the middle of the road, guilty on all charges. Why are you so hard on that brother? Right? You let little Boosie out. Little Boosie was in there with him. Y'all let little Boosie out.
That's what I'm trying to say. Even if it's guilty, why his time is not served, bro? That's what I'm trying to say.
Life without parole means forever.
That's crazy,
Yeah, I know. I'm agreeing with you. But this is how the state of New Orleans, the Big Easy. I don't see what's so easy about it, because you really hard on this brother here to be calling yourself the Big Easy.
You say that because right now my nephew locked up in the feds right now.
Right.
For some drug shit. That's why I'm even thinking about it. Like, damn, how much I do all right? Because they that hard like that. Damn.
I mean,
charge. You got, I think it was weed. I don't know.
Yeah, right. But he ain't got no body. He ain't,
he ain't got no bodies. But
hard charge to beat, no murder, unless you got a lot of money.
The conspiracy thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah, okay, yeah.
Maybe you're part of a gang, or you got some kind of, you're trafficking something or something to do like that with the feds.
Right.
I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, but let's just hope. My prayers go out to see Murder in the Miller family, and everybody that's affiliated with them. But in other news, I heard Donald Trump is not backing down with this Iranian war. What do you think about that? He's ready to burn down all the oil supply tanks, where they keep the oil to reserve.
This is my take on it, right? When they say that he's blowing smoke, whatever you want to call it, it seems like everything he says, the stock market moves.
Everything goes up too.
Yeah, so when he talks, the stock market moves, crypto moves, gas prices move. So if he goes, yeah, we're gonna bomb them, then the gas price is gonna go up. So everybody, put their money on it, so the price is gonna go up. If he says, oh no, ceasefire, the price goes down.
Go down, right.
He's been doing that like every Monday, Sunday, whenever he announces shit, and that's what he's been doing.
All right, but in my opinion, do you agree with me when I say sex and violence sells? It's on the stock market.
Because OnlyFans made more money than any other company in the world.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Tesla,
right,
Kmart, Walmart, right. All the biggest companies in the world, OnlyFans made more than everybody else. Like, put everybody together, OnlyFans made more than them.
Right, so that
sex sells.
Yeah, right, yeah, sex and violence sells. And if you notice, all these new horror movies coming out, right? Yeah. You remember when horror, it was quiet in that genre of films, maybe once in a while. Every time I'm on YouTube, I'm seeing previews for, these movies are coming out within the next 2-3 months. Right. I'm like, it's like a chain reaction of them. I said, sex and violence sells, man. Every time the war, that's when everybody cash in. The big boys cash in. But people like us, we have to suffer the grief of rising prices. You understand? Barely scraping the bottom of the barrel to get by for another week. Social Security, they gave a $30 increase to all the folks that were getting Social Security. I'm sorry, excuse my language. Social Security. They were getting $875 a month. You can't live off that. They sent a letter out. The Associated Press posted the letter. Starting December 27th, your increase will be now $900. Wow, $30 more. What can $30 buy? Social Security can barely pay rent. You understand?
It's 900, so it's 18 a month?
It's 900 and change a month now. It was 837.
It can't be 900 and change per month, bro. There's no way. That's impossible.
$900, $937 a month. I'm telling you.
Per month, though? You can't live on that, bro.
Thank you. That's fine.
That can be, though.
Thank you, bro. I should have brought the document.
I gotta be bi-weekly or something.
Nah, Social Security didn't give it up every week. It's once a month. Yep, that's why people say fixed income. Right. That's what a fixed income means. I can't really afford you, Ruger, but I can take you to a movie.
You can't live on $1,000 a month.
Thank you. Can it be that we were talking about Trump?
How that got to do with consuming substances?
All right. So
fucking way.
Right. Well, let's move
Keep
on.
going. Yeah.
We just
I was just letting you know. Like,
yeah. I'm kind of shocked by what I'm hearing too. Yeah, like, well, we ain't doing nothing wrong. Yeah, we ain't disrespecting nobody. We showing love, but at the same time, we giving information to people that like certain cultures that don't really know much about it. You know, we just filling in the blanks like Billy Blank. That's all we doing. So I don't understand why, Facebook be so hard on people, man. We're not doing anything that violates community standards. So please let us podcast. This is entertainment. Okay? We ain't badgering nobody, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, anyway, but another news, real quick, man. Let me give out some shout outs, man, to some people that have been supporting the show and they want us to continue what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? I want to give a shout out, man, to Mark Ruger from Ruger Records and Films. Thank you, brother. CY, the Samurai, also known as CY from C Smoke 5.0 Talk Radio. Thank you for the opportunity, brother. You are loved, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad to be here, man. Also, got to give a shout out to Pretty Burt Callahan from Pimps Are Us. One of my buddies. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know people probably saying Pretty Burt Callahan. Yeah, Pretty Burt Callahan from Pimps Are Us. A good brother. Don't judge him by what he wear. Don't judge him by what he do. You know what I'm saying? If he catch you slipping, you already know you're going to be on the 1 and the 2 out on the avenue, okay? So it's all good, man. It goes with the territory. I got to give a shout out to Queen Asia from the Parkchester section of the Bronx. Asia Brown, thank you for your support. You've been supporting, man, from day one, man, when I was coming up from the ashes, trying to build something, Also got to give a shout out to Brother Shabazz, man. It's always a pleasure hanging with you, man. A man of wisdom, a man of knowledge. What I don't know, when I meet him, and after I leave, I start to grow. So shout out to Brother Shabazz, too, Also got to give a shout out to Phil Hamill from Brockton, Massachusetts, who got his own show, too. Just say it already and get it done. Thank you, man, for your support, man. You're a true blue dude. And I see after the Funk Master Will show, you went on and got your own show, which is good. DJ Cash Dorado, shouts go out, Roman Beat Productions, man. Beats go, Roman Beat Productions, shouts go out to you too. You know what I mean? And last but not least, Frank the Bank. Okay? Frank the Bank from Pimps Are Us also. People probably say, who's Frank the Bank? Look what the name said. Frank the Bank. He's all about that money. He's all about his money. Yeah, I see the fly too. Yeah, every Wednesday night, we got the gospel report. You know what I'm saying? With the pastor. I'm sorry, give me 1 minute, folks. Huh? Yeah, Reverend Miller. Yeah, he'll be on every Wednesdays from 7 to 9, right? Yeah, he'll be on every Wednesday from 7 to 9 preaching the gospel. The man got some good quotes, and he's going to read it to you live from the original Testament Bible. So he has plenty to say. So I need y'all to support his show every Wednesday. That's tomorrow from 7 to 9 p.m. And also, we got the 1,000 Drums coming up Sunday, June 7th, Marcus Garvey Park. Okay? 1,000 Drums is going to be in Marcus Garvey Park. Y'all need to get there for that event. It's going to be astronomical. I'm going to be there with CY, 5.0, C Smoke 5.0 Radio going to be in the building, and a host of other people to support and promote. So I need y'all to be there. It's June 7th, Mount Morris Park, Marcus Garvey Park. I'm sorry. Marcus Garvey Park, 124th Street, right, 124th Street in Madison Avenue, 5th Avenue, between 5th and Madison. So y'all need to get up over there because we'll be in the building and it's going to be something worthwhile. And everybody's going to leave there with a dance to the drum of the beat spirit in their body. Because I will definitely be there to make sure everything goes good. And there's going to be some live performances too. We got some surprises for you about that. There's going to be some live performances, So y'all need to get up there, man, and take advantage of this entertainment. Because Harlem Week is coming up too. So, We gonna rock out, man. You know, C Smoke 5.0 Talk Radio. We gonna move around and, you know, we gonna put it down and we gonna get the crown standing on top of our head. Because in this business, if you ain't active, then you ain't doing nothing, bro. No?
Your name saying you're under arrest and you're out of the game. There's a SWAT team outside with your house surrounded. Now you got that stupid look on your boat confounded. More like shame on you for everything that you did. Now they gonna separate you from your wife and your kid. As you 12 states away and make it hard on your fam. You're the digital footprints on concrete sand. The man track you down even though you ran. Your DNA is all over the streets. You left a trail to their body laying under the sheets. Digital footprints on concrete sand. The man track you down even though you ran. Your DNA is all over the streets. You left a trail to their body laying under the sheets.
That was our brief moment of shout. You know, we always give shout out to those who make a difference and to those that we feel there to see us win. You know, in some type of way. They're there to help or they're there to make sure that we win. We don't give a shout out to the fame to those that deserve it. DNA is all over the streets. You left a trail to their body laying under the sheets. Digital footprints on concrete sand. The man track you down even though you ran. Your DNA is all over the streets. You left a trail to their body laying under the sheets. Digital footprints on concrete sand. The man track you down even though you ran. Your DNA is all over the streets. You left a trail to their body laying under the sheets. Digital footprints on concrete sand. The man track you down even though you ran. Your DNA is all over the streets. You left a trail to their body laying under the sheets. So many cameras in the city, everywhere you look. You need to change it.
No believe what camera you took. You think it's
That's one thing that I hate about that. It's a change.
now you're sitting on the highway.
Everybody
Now you is your the DA bullying the sheet. And now they gonna take back. Now you're feeling the heat. It's a no situation, nowhere to turn. They gonna visit through the job. Tell me when will you learn that petty crime never paid when you're out of that bag. And you miss that with the wire or recorded and brag about all your fucking crime. And the film you shot, but all you got to show for this is the time you got. I know you're thinking how the hell did they think it stop. You got to serve on the platter cause you open your mouth. A blind mouth to the face is a burning bed. That's why you're saying and you became a sneaky dead.
Right now, scratching their head like you talking to me. If the shoe fit, wear it, brother. You know what I'm saying? We got all sizes over here at C Smoke 5.0 Talk Radio. You know what I'm saying? If the shoe fits, wear it. You know. In other news, I was talking with somebody from the music industry, and he was telling me that you gotta buy your masters back. I didn't know that. You gotta buy your masters back, and sometimes they want a high price for them. I was hearing Anita Baker talk, and she said that she went back a couple of times over the years to try to get her masters, but they had the price so high. I don't think Anita Baker, the sister, wasn't willing to put out that kind of money. But finally, got good news though. No, wait a minute. It's better news now. She finally got her masters. So the price must have been reasonable enough for her, but she bought all her masters, just like Ice-T. Same thing with Ice-T. You know, he got his masters back from Warner Brothers.
So for somebody that don't know what a master is, what is a master?
A master is the final product of all your songs and albums, you know, I mean, that was ready to be put out on the market for pay, you know, play for pay, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the masters is basically when you're in a studio and you're recording your files, the masters is your files, you know what I'm saying? Yes, you have the MP3 that everybody plays on your phone and stuff, but to get to that level, you got to have files. That's what the masters is. It's the files. So those files you can actually transfer from studio to studio. But yeah, the master is basically the breakdown of the file of your music. Everything has a file, you know?
Yes, right, yeah.
So that's pretty much what the master is. And she's trying to get that back. And that usually stays with the whatever studio that you record your song in. That usually with that studio. And nowadays with the big studios, yeah, you got to buy your master. When you record in a studio, if you go to let's say Quad Studios, and you don't walk away with your master. You walk away with your recording.
Right.
I think you have to pay extra for the master.
Right. You want the master.
Yeah, I used to offer people in my studio their masters. You know, so they would, you know, back in the day they would come with a DVD. and I would put their masters on a file. I think I gave you your masters a couple
Yeah.
of times.
Yeah.
So those are your masters, right?
Yeah. I still got it in
Those
the
are the
crib.
files. You know?
Right, okay. Because you know what I thought a master was? The big reel tape.
Oh, I mean, it used to be that. It used to be that. Yeah,
Oh,
that used to be
right.
that. But that's the file. You know what I'm saying?
Right, it's still a file.
Now it's just more, you know, on the USB.
Right.
But it's still the same thing.
But what's the price? What price do you think they were offering her where they kept refusing and wait till the price kept coming down?
Because the thing about the master is it's like her vocals. You can use that for a million different things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll give you a perfect example. A young lady came to the studio and she recorded a song, and my man recorded a song, but she had some oohs and ahs in her song. I just took the oohs and ahs from her song and put it in my man's song. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can
Made
do
a whole
that.
new song. Right.
But if the oohs and ahs is nowadays you can do it. But back in the days, if the oohs and ahs was already in a track that's already mixed, you can't take it out.
Oh,
and put it somewhere else. But with the master, you can. But you have the breakdown, you have the vocals, you got the beat, you got the drums, you got the stage, you got the breakdown, everything. Right? So you can separate everything in the master. But nowadays with these programs, you actually can separate it. You know, you gotta buy one of these programs, but you actually can. You can have a song that's already completed and still separate it. Right. Back in the days, you couldn't. You can only do that with the master. You can only separate it.
You think that's because of the digital era though? Because I remember the internet day.
Tape walking up. Kanye West asked any producer, you weren't able to separate it. Right. Now you can. You can take the drums,
separate the bass. Okay, right. Well, that's beautiful. But I was still concerned. How much money those big studios be wanting for those masters? 500,000.
No, I mean it depends on who you are. The master's worth who you are.
Yeah, because when you break the
Bieber, his master is going to be crazy money because it's Bieber. You know,
right.
Somebody that you know, $20, yeah.
You're right. You make the artist sound so cheap.
To be honest with you, what happens for a lot of people with try to get their master back there, the producer doesn't have to master. They delete it from the computer.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that, man. Yep.
What's up, friend?
Hey, yeah. Like that, Sumo Rock is in the building.
Coming running in the behind the video. So I just want to say something.
Right.
Then, you know,
okay,
go back to 1 minute ago.
Yeah, okay, brother. I'm definitely let you do that, brother. You know. Yeah, well, while he's trying to get himself together. Yeah, right. All right, so the Samurai is coming on next.
Yeah, you got that right.
We're going to
on the battle.
Yeah, we're going to put it for a few minutes. All right. So I'm going to step out the building for a minute, take a smoke.
Super enemy.
You do what you got to do, you know. C4 5.0 talk.
You ain't heard the last from me. This is a black pearl.
I know from the Riverdale section, uptown. That's all you need to know. We don't give up no address.
Wait, nigga, you
Yeah, you know. Okay, the Silverado, come
on. Don't you lie, little nigga, bitch, told me so. You're supposed to be a player with no shame on his plate. I'm gonna get your black ass and I'm gonna sit back and wait. Cause when the time is right and I catch you up tight like a savage pit bull, you gon' get when I bite. Payback is the mother punk, I thought you knew. I'm fucking mom, sister, granny, shut before I'm through. I'm not done yet, I'm gonna take this to the highest court. Because fucking niggas whine, to me is a sport. You should've never crossed the line, you went and fuck with mine. Now I'm gonna turn your girl out about 100 times. I'll leave a lost return out without a place to go. They call it get back, but fucking with my hoe at the mo. Play dumb if you want the pain and misery. But nigga, you ain't heard the last from me. You ain't heard the last from me. This is a black pearl message direct to the enemy. You ain't heard the last.
That's you ain't heard the last from me. That's my man. That's my man, co-creator, Cap Cut. You gonna get back? Oh, my bad. Rap cuts, rap/cuts. You already know. The pearl, the black pearl.
set the boil.
You already. The routine, regular routine, everything to the supreme. You already know what we mean. Tonight was eventful. We was in here shooting up the last of the if you don't fit, you don't post a video. You know what I mean? It was cool to have everybody in here tonight. Mad props to my co-host, like I say, Black Pearl, first of all, you feel me? Mad props to everybody who came through. Ruger in the building. This thing is saying somewhere in my battery. What the hell is going on here? You figure this out? I gotta get.
22 years.
I think Facebook mad at us, right?
Anyway, when the energy is on, you probably will get through with everybody that's left. Yeah, I want to say yeah, Ruger, Jordan, Stu, Trini, my man Mark. There's some big things coming on. You hear about this. The lineup is probably going to change up as we go along and let you know what's really is going on. Tomorrow, the pastor be on from 7 to 8. No, 7 to 8. 7. He be here from 7 to 8. You know what I mean? The pastor, Reverend Lincoln Miller here. Next week, he should have a guest on and we should be in the studio by then. Thursday is G Mike along with Josh Spooners, Jose Koi and Mr. Morrison. That's from 9 Eastern. You know, pop in, tap in, regular routine. There's June, I think, June 11th. There's some popping in the park, and then also let me put the flyer. Give me it better to show you. It better show you than to tell you. Feel me? It's better to show you than to tell you. So let me see if I can put this flyer over. Then we gonna get to this. We talk. All right, I told you about the pastor. Let me put him on. Pastor, Mr. Reverend Lincoln Miller, you'll be here. He's here every Wednesday, 7 to 8. You know what I mean? Come in, get your blessings. You already. And then I think this is the you know, we need the glasses kind of thing. It's small. August 1st, we're gonna be on performing live. Me, of course, Black Pearl will be there. He'll be 125th. The state building, killing it. But before that, we're gonna be with Andre. Andre was here the other day. He's in the video. 2 thanks for coming out to the video. Oh, the video was proper. Major props to my man Fire. Big up to Zaire for introducing me. You know what I mean? I want to say one love to Amber, Candice, Fiona, Erica, JV, Kira. You already. All my brothers and sisters. Big up. You know what I mean? Family and friends. I won't be on for this long. I just come to let everybody know that we're good. We had an eventful night. I don't know if you want to come and sign it off or what.
Yeah,
you're good.
Yeah, I'll sign it. You can do it if you want. It's up to you.
Now you come and sign it off because you know when I come on next week when I do my thing, it's gonna be me. But you know what I mean? You know we had a little. It was nice though. The video you want to see. If you don't fit it up, force it. Let me play that. Let me play the thing. Now you know what? I'm gonna just run it off. Let me play something and just run it off, my boy. You think? You hear me? I'm gonna play because I noticed I ain't played none of my joint. I'm gonna play a couple joints and then I'm gonna go on that note. How you sound? What you say?
All
right, yeah, because I was jamming your thing on.
I just want to say one thing for you want to hear.
What?
I want to say one thing.
Regular routine. Everything to the supreme.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, makes
Word
sense.
of wisdom to those out there that don't appreciate it.
Like I say, like we were just talking about earlier, you know I'm trying to discuss it, you know what I'm saying? Like just telling the Ruger, yeah. It is what it is. I ain't got no time to be like dealing with nobody who ain't dealing with it, bro. That's it for me, man. And then coming on the EP along with racial profiling, what else? You think it's so racial profiling, if you don't fit,
In my whole life, me no mean something. Every time me see the girl, me get shaky. Tell her from heaven just to be with me. And I promise to love you endlessly. I will love you like a mother love a brother.